Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakudash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of every millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom. This is Brother Dawada from GMS Detroit Camp, coming at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakudash. Today I want to do a video, going in on this topic concerning what's going on over there in Jamaica. Lord's will this video be edifying. Now, this article is entitled, Jamaica moves closer to cashless society with MyCash digital wallet. And he reads, Jamaica is steadily moving closer to becoming a cashless society with the recent official launch of MyCash, a digital wallet by Paymaster. Minister of Science, Energy and Technology, Daryl Vaz, hailed the newly confirmed fintech organization for providing another option for accessing digital financial services. Quote, all Jamaicans need and deserve access to digital financial services to do business, make their everyday lives easier, and contribute to the local economy. Congratulations to Paymaster and Digicel on this milestone, he said. So read that again. All Jamaicans need and deserve access to digital financial services to do business, make their everyday lives easier, and contribute to the local economy. Yeah, and one of the main ways they're going to market this chip as a means, let me say that again. One of the main ways that they're going to market this chip, all right, is by pushing its convenience. Oh, you don't have to worry about losing your keys anymore. You don't have to worry about losing your wallet anymore because you have this device in you. See, because everything's coming down to the wire. Everything's leading up to this digital form of identification, this digital form of payment. It says MyCash received the all-clear signal from the Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, recently after completing a mandatory pilot period in the BOJ's fintech regulatory sandbox. Like other digital wallets, MyCash allows for better financial management by enabling users to keep coupons, cards, and IDs easily accessible in one place. What do you think he means by cards? All right? Is he talking about playing cards? No, it's talking about the cards that you use to buy and sell. All right? Your credit card information, your debit card information. All right? So this is all rolled into one. And if you can't see that the MOTB is the C-HIP, then plainly the Heavenly Father has blinded you. Point blank period. It says it also facilitates contactless checkout. Why do you think there's so many articles coming out about this? About digital forms of payment. All right? Contactless payment. So on and so forth. Why do you think this whole thing is coming out? Different movies are showing you. You got the movie Upgrade. You got a different series are showing you. You got, what's it called? Black Mirror. You have Altered Carbon. You have the show Stranger Things where they show you this device, right? Whether in one instance they use it for tracking, whether in another instance they show that it's able to buy and sell, right? They're showing you different things that C-HIP can do within various different forms of media. But yeah, you got Israelites saying, no, it ain't the C-HIP. It says, it also facilitates contactless checkout and improves citizens' economic security by minimizing theft and reducing the need to travel with cards and cash. Why? Because it's all within that digital form of payment. And ultimately, the reason why they're doing this is because it's leading up to the C-HIP. All right, it's just getting your mind used to paying for things digitally, which they've already done. Case in point, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle. All right, these different forms of payment where you send money electronically. All right, why do you think they push those things out there? Before then, you have what? You have Western Union, all right? So you can send money electronically, all right? With Western Union, you give them real cash, you fill out a form, all right? And the person on the receiving end, all right, all they have to do is, go through the process of Western Union. They can get the cash. You don't have to physically hand them the cash, all right? It's done electronically and through forms. See? And that was just leading people to getting used to paying for things like that. Now they got you doing Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, all right? So on and so forth. So this is all nothing more than everything leading up to that CHIP, all right? You went from regular checkout to now you got, what do you call it? Scan and go, all right? Then you went from having an associate ring up your items, now you got a machine rigging up your items. What do you think all this is leading up to? It says individuals can manage their money securely and efficiently anywhere using the application on a mobile device with internet connection, and it secures the user's information. Minister Vaz describes the technology as a, quote, a world-class product that meets local and international standards, end quote. All right? So this is what this, the reason why you're seeing this, the reason why you see China and what they're doing over there, all right? The reason why you see Sweden, all right, being heavy into this form of digital identification, digital payment rather. The reason why you keep seeing this everywhere, all right, is because these different areas, they're basically test dummies for when they push it in America. They see how the people in Sweden react. They see how the people in Jamaica react. You see how the people in China react, right, to different forms of leading into that CHIP, which a lot of people in Sweden already have it. They're through, all right. But over here in Jamaica, what are they doing? Or over there in Jamaica, what are they doing? They're getting people used to paying for things digitally, all right. Over there in China, I believe they're the place that have the social credit system. So all these different things are just leading up to this. Everything's just leading up to this right here. I'm not going to make this too long. Revelation 13 and 16. It says that he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. What is that mark? The charagma, the imprinted mark, the thing they want to put inside the people. Go into the word mark, that word there is Strong's G 5480, which means what? A stamp. Well, what do you do with a stamp? Because people get simple. Oh, well, see, it says stamp. Yeah, are you going to get stamped? What does it mean by a stamp? First of all, let's look it up. A stamp, it says, check this out. It says, impress a pattern or mark, especially an official one, on a surface, object, document, using an engraved or inked block or die or other instrument. All right. So you get an actual stamp. That's how they used to do it. You would take maybe some hot wax. All right. You put it on the letter that you want to send because you want to seal it. Then you get the stamp. All right. And you press it within that wax. And then when you pull that stamp off, that person's signet is on there. Their symbol is on there. All right? So in this day and age, why does it say stamp for the definition for a charagma? Because that's what they want to do. All right? Just as much as you take a stamp, all right, and you press it into something, all right, and when you lift up that physical stamp, the mark gets left behind. That's what they want to do to the people. You got the syringe that they want to inject within somebody, all right? They want to prick the person's hand with it and inject the charagma, the CHIP. And when you pull that charagma out, all right, or rather you pull that syringe out, which is the charax, right? When you pull that out, there's something physically left behind, just like with a stamp. You press it into something, all right, and something gets left behind, which is that person's signet. Same thing with the MOTB, all right? They have the needle, they press it within the person, and when they pull that thing out, guess what's left behind? All right? The digital form of payment, the digital all, the MOTB, which is the CHIP. Same concept. An imprinted mark, same concept, all right? If you go outside in the rain, back when we were little, I know I used to do it a lot. After it rains, you take your hand and you press it within the mud. And then when you remove your hand, all right, what's physically left behind? The imprint of your hand. All right? Press and leave something behind. Same concept of what they want to do with this CHIP. All right? They press the syringe in you, and they leave behind what? The C-hip, the form of payment. All right? The digital all, which can be used as a form of payment. All right? So same concept, the charagma. That's why it says stamp or imprinted mark. This is a good one. A mark branded upon horses. Yeah. All right? You take the heat, the iron that you heat up, you press it within the side of the horse, and then when you pull that thing out, all right, you pull it back, you pull the hot iron back, that person's signet is left behind. Same concept. All right. The Apostle Tahar went into this as well. All right. That fire, because fire can also be used to cut. What's an example of that? All right. Lasers. You can use lasers for precision cutting. Case in point, what the Heavenly Father did to write the law. He used what? The laser out of the chariot. All right. So a laser can be used to cut. And the laser is nothing more than concentrated fire. All right. So same thing that they want to do with this syringe. Just like I use a heating or an iron that you heat up to cut into the flesh of the horse. Well, they want to use a syringe to cut into the flesh of the people. All right. And what's the signet? What's the mark that's left behind? That's that digital all. All right. So that's the charagma. Right. It says thing carved. Yeah. In order to carve something, you need something sharp. Sculpture, graven work. In order to grave something, you need something sharp. Of idolatrous images. In order to make an idol, you need what? Something sharp. All right. And what's the sharp thing they're going to use? Well, the root word of charagma is what? Karax, which means what? A pail, stake, palisade. You look it up. Look up how a pail looks, or a stake, or a palisade. It looks just like a syringe. This looks just like a needle. That's not by coincidence. All right. So with that, I'm going to leave it there. All praises, honors, and glories be to Yahweh, Bashim Shai. Double honors to my apostles and elders of every millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.